very warm welcome this HOGMANAY to Scottie McClue live on YouTube just for you, Dinky-Doo. If the gaffer lets me, says Karim. So there you are. Let's see what all the chat's about here, you guys. I shall just have a quick look. You've all been on chatting. How are we all in this special night, says Karim? Dinky-Doo, la-la. Dinky-Doo to you, la-la. Lovely to have you with us, of course. And we'll just see who else is there. Professor Numpty Heat, well done, sir. Dinky-Doo, Karim, will you be calling Scottie tonight? I'll be calling myself Karim. I'm fed up with Scottie spoiling every new year with his HOGMANAY bash. It means we have to stay in. Well, you'll be staying in tonight, Numpty Heat, I can tell you. So there we are. If the gaffer lets me. Hello, Gordon, says Kareem. Has Gordon joined us? Let's just see where Gordon is hiding. Gordon Robertson. Hello, Scottie. Hello, Gordon. Lovely to have you with us tonight. And thank you for all the merry japes that we've been having recently, of course, in our this and that over what's been happening in the news. So there we are. Hi, Scottie, says Susan Shaw. Hello, Susan. Welcome, welcome to our HOGMANAY special. Here we are together, this merry, merry band. Excellent stuff. And I thought we'd stay on till after the bells, see the bells in, and wish you all a happy new year and see what is what. I've had a wee swatch at the telly, and there's nothing there that would tempt me, so I'm hoping I can perhaps tempt you to come and join us for some pure Scottish fare here, some chit-chat, and a wee blether with the real people. There we are. I don't like these plastic New Years. I'm a traditionalist when it comes to New Year, and I was brought up with Jimmy Shand and Andy Stewart and Duncan McRae and all these wonderful characters, Chick Murray, that used to come and see in the New Year with you, the Alexander brothers, these amazing, amazing Scottish performers, wonderful stuff. Johnny Beattie, are you on to 20? Are you on at 2300 to mark our EU departure 3 minutes ago? Well, I was wondering if we should declare a national day of mourning. Obviously not at New Year, but for the dreadful, dreadful mistake we've made of coming out of the EU. You know, I mean, there's not much we can do about it just now, but if they'd let democracy prevail, Scotland would have stayed in, you know, so there's not much democracy in that. It was very, very cobbled together. Scottie, thank you for coming on tonight. I can't think of anything better than spending it with you and everyone else here. God bless. Absolutely, Kareem. We are definitely on here. The ones, the chosen ones, come on here, of course. Where are you? Topic of conversation. What's the wildest night out in HOGMANAY you ever had? Says Paul Mack. Well, Paul, I've had a few wild nights out in HOGMANAY, I can tell you, and spent all over the country. I mean, I can remember spending some with my parents in Greenock, obviously, and we went out first footing. I can remember down south in Oxfordshire, spending New Year, HOGMANAY, New Year there. A lot of bagpipers down south, you know. And mainly Scots, of course, who went in search of work because the union wasn't terribly fair to them and there was nothing doing in Scotland. You know, so from that point of view, and many in the Highlands. And in the Highlands, of course, your friends helped you if you were struggling a wee bit as the night wore on. Hello from Port William, Colin McCall, the beautiful, gorgeous wee Port William there. Love to everybody down there in Port William. A stunning, stunning part of the country. Am I right in thinking you have your own lifeboat? So there you are, down in Port William. Happy New Year, Kareem. Happy New Year, everybody. Well, not until the bells. So yes, indeed, a Happy New Year, but not until the bells. And then we'll do all the well-wishing. Scottie, when I say wildest night out, I meant waking up zip-tied to a lamppost in a different country. Is that not more of a Glasgow stag night? a la the 2000s. Scottie, do you have a wee dram hidden beneath the studio desk for the bells coming in? Numpty Heed, sadly, I don't. I have a glass of water and I have some Earl Grey tea. I'll just have a wee sip because I haven't had anything since high tea. And those of you that were brought up in the traditional way in Scotland, you'll remember that you had the full Scottish breakfast, porridge, kippers, sausage, bacon and egg, toast, butter, tea toast, jam and preserves. And then you had an 11, say, so we something at 11, maybe a morning coffee or a hot chocolate at 11 o'clock. And, you know, some biscuits and some cake. And then, of course, there was lunch. There was broth, mince and tatties, apple crumble and custard. And then you had to dash off. You got nothing until afternoon tea at 3 o'clock, when you could maybe have a cup of tea and a piece of walnut cake. If you're allergic to nuts, maybe a little bit of Battenberg or something like that. And then that was nothing until 5 o'clock when you had your high tea. You know, maybe a little bit of smoked haddock with a poached egg, and then that would do you until your dinner at 8. Scottie, I found out you can't eat tripe. You can eat tripe. It's not just for dogs in the tin. No. People, tripe was an absolute delicacy. If you go down to the north of England, to Lancashire, to Yorkshire, to the Midlands, they're big on their tripe and onions. I can't really be bothered with the tripe. It kind of puts me off a wee bit, really. I'm not a great tripe man, probably because most of the tripe I've seen in my life, somebody's been talking it to me on the telephone. Don't forget the steak pie. Now, Colin McCall, now you're talking. The full steak pie, steak and kidney, you know, and a nice piece of that and potatoes. You know, that was the stuff. And peas, so you get the steak pie. There was a period in the 60s and early 70s when you didn't know if you were going to get anything at anybody's house. So what you had to do then was have something before you went out. So you'd say, we're going round to the Macmillans tonight. I don't know if we'll get anything. We'll maybe have a wee bit bacon and egg before we go. A wee bit scrambled egg on toast. That sort of thing. So there we are. There's a difference between tripe and haggis. Oh, Kareem, there's no connection, really. The tripe is the lining of the stomach, as far as I know. Tripe's the lining of the stomach. Haggis is liver, lungs, and heart minced. So there you are. So different organs. There's no connection at all between the two. So yes, a huge difference. I mean, a haggis, I can manage a good haggis, some tatties and neeps, no problem at all. And you get vegetarian haggis now, of course, which is wonderful. Did you watch the big one on the telly tonight? I found it quite emotional. Billy's getting old. He is Numpty Heed, but the joy he's brought us. And if you think about it, Billy Connolly has been famous now for getting on for 50 years, isn't it, really? You know, from that point of view, the smell of tripe's enough to put anyone off, says Alistair King. I know, Alistair, and, you know, you'll have had a few funny smells when a mixture's not been running right. Remember when the catalytic converters came in, and if something was out, you thought, oh, what a smell. Somebody let one away here. He said, no, it's the catalytic converter in that new car that cost £80,000. All that kind of stuff. There we are. How's 2020 been for you, says Gordon Roberts? I know for millions it's been awful. I've been okay this year. All of us turned it into a good year for me. Absolutely, Gordon, you've just got to do your best these days, you know? So, I mean, it's been very tough. I found it very tough. As you know, I lost my life savings to a fraudster about 10 years ago. And, you know, life is tough, but it's good. You've got to enjoy it, you know what I mean? Hi, Scotty, do you think the fill water line on a pot noodle's too high? I don't know. I've never actually had one. So there's a little luxury I've denied myself up to now. Yeah, the eggy smell always get the blame for farting in the garage, says Alistair. Who is that? No, we're trying to run this thing. It's out of sync. A portion of tripe with salt vinegar and cracked black pepper, says the wonderful Mike Dentures from Yorkshire. Mike, are you a Yorkshireman? Did you tell me the other night? You were a Hallam FM listener? TV's got too much emotion tonight. If you made it this far, you did well. 2020 is a year of learning to adapt and think for yourself, says Paul Mack. Keep safe. Paul Mack, you're a doubting Thomas, by the way. I put up tonight that I was live at 11 o'clock and you went, is it an old show? You know, yes, pal, Ecclesfield, that's it, Mike. We exchanged stories on Ecclesfield the other day, and you're not very far from Wentworth Woodhouse. So there you are. You're just along the road from the village of Wentworth. Am I right or am I correct? I've been out of sync for years. Nice to have an old car to blame. I know, Alistair, absolutely. And I'm going to get this old girl running this year, you know. Mike's giving it the thumbs up, absolutely. Wentworth Woodhouse, one of my favourite places, incredible. Do you know, when I first went to Sheffield, when I called in to Wentworth Woodhouse, and it was in private ownership, so you couldn't get in, and I thought, there's something big in here. So, because I checked the wall's apparently 9 miles long. Talk about being close to Ecclesfield. Anyway, I went in the gate and I walked up the hill and I thought, it's away, somebody must have knocked it down. Anyway, I climbed the hill, turned round, and there's the largest country house in Europe. Is it 365 rooms or something? There used to be the College of Physical Education called after Lady Mabel, Aunt Mabel, who was Billy's sister. Yes, Peter's aunt. Is that right? Have I got all that right? I'm in Sheffield now, Scotty, for New Year. Glenn, welcome home, I say. I was in Sheffield. Some of the best New Years ever were spent in Sheffield. You know? Great fun. Absolute hoot. Wonderful stuff. It's a big, beautiful place. It's some size of a palace, and it's endured all sorts of dreadful things. I mean, one of the worst things that ever happened, and I'm not knocking the fact that the Labour government after the war did some wonderful things, but they nationalised the mines on, I think it was the 1st of January 1948. So yesterday, so what's that, 73 years ago tomorrow. Sorry, 73 years ago in about... what have we got here? Yes, in about 49 minutes' time, 48 minutes' time. And Manny Shinwell, who was a Scot, Lord Shinwell, he was the Minister for Fuel and Power. And he's in charge of vesting. He was in charge of taking the coal mines into public ownership, which not a bad thing in itself, but he ploughed up the formal grounds of Wentworth Woodhouse, and I personally would never forgive him for that. And the head of the miners' union even wrote to him and said, these are local assets, you know, because the Fitzwilliams were remarkable in their ownership, their mine ownership, because they had serious, genuine time for the people. And during the general strike, Lady Fitzwilliam stuffed the yellow Rolls Royces with eggs and chickens and everything for the miners and the miners' families. And they brought the pit ponies up and showed the miners how to play polo. It's the most incredible story. Wonderful, a very remarkable family. Absolutely. So there you go. So that was Wentworth Woodhouse. That was the connection with that. Crazy. And of course, the locals love it. When I feed the dogs tripe out of the tin, it smells so good. Know what the real stuff would be like on a plate. Well, Kareem, very, very interesting to hear you say that. I think you boil it. You boil it up. Alistair says, I bought a Reliant Rialto from Sheffield and drove it back home. It took me 2 days, 4 breakdowns and a rather windy drive home. Great stuff. Were they not actually prone to overheating, these cars? There we are. I seem to recall something like that. Most British cars were. Scottie, you should do more outside broadcasts during the moonlight. You're bound to attract the attention of the police. And then you can cheek up to them. Ooh, I would never, ever cheek up to the police. 2 reasons. 1, the police never, ever get thanked for what they do. And I think we should thank the police for keeping us safe, regardless of what you get up to. The police are there to look after us all. We should thank the police. So thank you to the police. Thank you, police. That's what I would say. Some of you dodgier members will be switching off now. Here we go. Oh, comfort break. We're back to comfort break time. How good is that? Right, let's get this shared, guys, because we may as well settle down for the night and enjoy ourselves. That's what I always say. Oh, yes, that's what you always say, Scottie. Always say that. Is Johnson and Mrs. McClue with you tonight? Yes, Glenn? Johnson is, he's on the drinks for Mrs. McClue. And I'm, of course, working. This is work, you see. It does make me laugh when people, they send me rude texts and things like that, and they say, away and work. Get a proper job. Say, this is a proper job. I've done it for 36 years. Raising a glass to absent friends tonight, Scottie. Have the good bottle out, the drinks cabinet, extra special malt. Alistair King, stop. I love it. A really, really good malt, but I haven't had anything for 5 years. So there we are, and I don't miss it, to be honest. But, I enjoyed it. Scottie, a sad time on the 2nd of January, the Ibrox disaster 50 years ago. Betty McIver, yes, Stairway 13 collapsed. Is that right? I was up in Oban celebrating the new year, and it was a Saturday afternoon, and the game was on the television, if I remember, and then all the news hit. I hope you're well, Scottie. I'm doing okay. Sitting for a better year. I hope. Best wishes to you and Dinky-Doo. Count Murcielago. We send you love and blessings down in Salford there. Dinky-Doo from Scottie McClue and everybody worldwide. Yes, but if you pop the thermostat out before you go a long run, it's perfectly fine. Right. Yes. I can remember these wee tricks with the garage, sensible garages. And you'd say, I've got a problem with heating and I say, but the thermostat. And I say, will I get a new one? No, just take it out. Just take it out. Aye. Always remember I had a bonnet open sensor on one of these luxury cars. And I went into the garage and he said, no, that bonnet's never going to come up. As long as it's shut, it's shut. He said, but these sensors give trouble. Do you want me just to take it out? And he took wee long-nosed pliers and pulled out this tiny, tiny wee thing, and away it went. That was the end of that. And, of course, we never had any more problems. There we are. We'll just let everybody know we're live, guys, if that's okay with you. Live now. Yes, I think that's fair's fair. So there we go. And I'll send this round. So if you can all do the same, just share it and say Scottie McClue's live. And it's the best entertainment. Forget the telly, and absolutely do forget the telly, because I had a look at what was coming on tonight. I thought, things are, standards are falling everywhere. Things are slipping. The television companies used to be our mainstay. Scottish television, and was it HOGMANAY 1957, seeing 58 in. Larry Marshall and Jack House at the Toll Booth in Glasgow. And the Toll Booth, of course, you've got one of these carillons, a carillon, which is a keyboard for bells, and you can play whatever tune you like. and I'm pretty sure there's a Koreong in the toll booth in Glasgow, and it used to ring out at New Year. Am I right or am I right? Come on, Ouija's. Come on and tell us what is what. Right, guys, get sharing. I really mean it. We need to get these numbers up. So there we are. It's Scottie McClue, if anybody's not sure. Look. Why would I hold that up if it's not me? Do you know what I'm saying to you? So come on. Scottie McClue with you, with the Scottie McClue HOGMANAY bash. Through the bells. We're here through the bells just for you, Dinky-Doo. Get that out there. Right, let's get a bit of sharing done while we're at it. And we are at it, I can tell you. Wonderful. Right, there we go. And that's that. And I'll just put live now. Will that do us? Yes, are you up for that? Live now. Through the bells. Bells. There we are. Come and join us. Come and join us. Okay, well, maybe get a wee tune in the box, guys. Maybe a couple of wee poems. That sort of idea. Yes, so I'm going to post this now. And we'll see what's what. And as I say, if you can all do the same, we'll have a general share. Right, what's going on here? I hope you're well, Scotty. Yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes, you pop out the thermostat. Excellent, Alistair. We love all that. It was moonshine he was flogging outside. There's been a lot of misunderstanding about what he was doing. No, and I wasn't moonlighting. I was getting out and getting under the moon. Do you remember that? Glad Mills used to play it. Remember Gladys Mills? Mrs. Mills. I shouldn't call her Gladys. It was Mrs. Mills. And she used to do the get out and get under the moon. Fantastic stuff. We love it. There we are. If you haven't liked and shared, if you just joined us, it's Scottie McClue, the world's top broadcaster, first lord of the internet, the world's most humble man. That's when you all shout, oh, stop your nonsense, Scottie. I love the people that say, you know, Scottie could have been very big if he could just stop his nonsense. You're doing Skype. How about a wee tune in the box, Scottie, says Alistair King. Yes, we'll get a wee tune in the box here. Gordon Robertson, what are you playing at? Gordon Robertson has just tapped the dollar and given me £10. $9.99, because I think they keep a penny back. Gordon Robertson, that's incredibly generous. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Naughty boy. Very, very kind of you. There we are, and thank you. It's a lovely, lovely gesture gone, but I do worry because that could be food for wee Oliver. You know? That could be spent at the supermarket. When you used to go out, we all sent a list with you what we wanted. Remember? Gordon's gone out to the shop. Oh, right, can he get us a fish tea? We loved it. We loved it. Now, I'm going to do a tweet as well, so do let me know. The Twitter is huge. It's very successful. You should follow me on Twitter at Scottie McClue. Follow me on TikTok at Scottie McClue. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook, because Scottie McClue is about to go absolutely ballistic. Very, very big. There's a huge phone-in coming. In FM, DAB, apps, internet, online, the whole thing. So you should really prepare for that, guys, because that's going to happen. So anyway, what am I putting here? New Year. This is our. What should I put on the? There we are. What should I put on this, guys? Come on, help me out. What do you want on the Skype? Have you checked out the New Year's honours to see if Scottie McClue's there for services to broadcasting? Count Mokalaga, Salford, no, it's Jared John. I've been off your channel so long. I'm in Geordieland, Scottie. Of course, Jared John. Sorry, I'm mixing you up there. I'm mixing up your plumdinums. your plondinums and your nom-de-plumes and the hodger plumes, that sort of stuff. So there we are. Now, what else can we put? Yes, there's Eve. That's wonderful. And I'll put Glasgow. Yes, we like Glasgow. And Scotland, we like Scotland as well. Yes, we like Scotland. That's good. And there we are, the news. Wonderful. And YouTube. Good. We've got that up. Excellent stuff. And there we go. Maybe we'll get somebody in America to link up with during the bells, guys. That would be quite good, wouldn't it? What? Right, that's that. And what else can I put in here? I'll put in Yorkshire. There we are. Yorkshire. Yeah, and I'll send that round now. So that's gone. There we go. Fantastic. Heavens above. Someone's tapped the dollar big time. It was Gordon Robertson that done it. He done it. Who done it? Gordon Robertson tapped the dollar on the chat, sent an absolute fortune. So there you go, guys. Thank you, Gordon. Very, very generous of you. Happy memories of the Radio Clyde Cayleys. Oh, Betty McIver. Did I enjoy the Radio Clyde Cayleys 6 o'clock on a Saturday night? Through until 6 o'clock, through until 8. And everybody loved that. They used to email from Canada. And they were listening on the internet and they were having lunch. They were having lunch outside during the Clyde Cayley. I did love all that. So there we go. Right. That's me. I'm just getting everything around. Doing a wee bit of sharing, guys. If you don't mind, you can help me there. You can't beat Scotch and Rye at New Year's, says Jerry Boy. Is it on tonight? Are they showing some of the older ones? Ricky Fulton was a great friend of mine, and he was just a wonderful, wonderful actor. I watched Francie and Josie again last week, and I had the privilege of attending their last show. And Jack Milroy said to me, Scottie, Mary and I love your show. See you when you finish, son, we put it half. My mum and I used to boil tripe in milk, as I remember. Yes, Colin McCall, you're absolutely right. A lot of stuff was done in milk. My mother used to do smoked haddock and poached egg in milk for the high tea. That was it. You see, in Scotland, you could go into an hotel. Every village had the Royal Hotel, you know, and you went into the Royal Hotel and you could get soup. And they would come up and you say, a wee girl would come out dressed in black with a white apron and she would have a notebook. And she'd go, right, what can I get? Is, you know, and say, oh, would like the soup, please. Tomato or broth? It's for your broth. Oh, don't start. No. So that was that. And you would have that and then maybe a bit of steak pie. You could have potatoes, peas, chips, water to drink with it, big jug of water, and then a big plate of steamed pudding and custard, and you went on your way. So there we are. Oi, says John. Oi, John. Gordon, a big thank you for contributing to Scottie's YouTube channel, growing big time. Yes, Numpty, you're quite right. If you just joined us, folks, please subscribe, because this is worldwide. So there you are. Never a dull moment, I say. We need a wee tune, Scottie. We'll give you a wee tune, Alistair, no bother. Do you want it on the accordion or the piano or the pipe organ? So should old acquaintance be forgot, Scottie? How are you, my good son? Robert Scrimger. Now, guys, I don't want you thinking that anything's being harmed, but I sang for Auld Lang Syne tonight, and you can see it on the YouTube channel. It's just called Auld Lang Syne. So have a listen to that. Watching only an excuse, great, even if you don't like football. Robert Scrimger, absolutely. Johnny was at the drama school with my good self, and I know him well. So there we are. And I used to see him. He was at the last night of Francie and Josie as well. Jonathan Watson, a great guy, super guy, wonderful actor as well. And of course, Only an Excuse, outstanding. I saw it before I came on. Scottie, we went camping in August to Lead Hills, but finding a rather large golden nugget made it worthwhile. Is it true this belongs to the Queen if found in that area? Estimated value 324K. Now, wait a minute, Kerry. Somebody will tell us about Lead Hills. Did it not used to be finders keepers? I don't know. We'll bring on somebody that knows their stuff on that. The Lead Hills and Wanlock Head, the highest town in Scotland. Is that right? Highest village in Scotland. Happy New Year, Scottie. Scottie, what's your favourite New Year's Eve meal? The steak pie was very popular. A big bowl of broth when I took a refreshment. One should be in very often there was a New Year dance. So you went to the jigging and then people maybe went home for the bells and came back, or everybody from the tune in the village was out. They brought the oldies along and everything, you know, the Goldens, and everybody was that, and you did dance, strip the willow and all that, and the sweat was lashing off you. Very romantic. And, you know, you did that. You did Hamilton House, Petronella, Strip the Willow, the Duke of Perth, the Grand March. You know, what else did we used to do? The Lancers. So you did all these, and maybe a band like Jimmy Shand would be playing, you know, or John Carmichael. All these fantastic players. And you danced the night away. And then you had food, and the food was a great big pot of broth. You didn't have the whole pot yourself. And you had a bowl of broth, and then you had a steak pie, and very often potatoes. Lovely. Either a big Dixie of tatties, or they were mashed, a big Doda, mash in your plate. And you got that down you, and then you had the black bun, which was a black cake, you know, a heavy fruit cake, or you had shortbread. And latterly they introduced a wee piece of tablet to your plate. So you got a bit of tablet as well, something sweet. And then you all went round and you hugged and kissed each other. I mean, it would have been COVID nightmare now. But you hugged and you kissed everybody and you wished them a happy new year. And then you had more dancing. And then you jacked it in about maybe 2 a.m. People started leaving. And then you helped clear up till the dawn was coming up. Or if it was a moonlight night like the night, then, you know, you could walk home in it. It was like daylight. You know, so the moon was up at night and up in the morning. A very happy Brexit, Scottie, and a happy new year. Well, Mick Purcell, as you know, nobody could ever be happy with Brexit because it will probably lead to economic annihilation and, of course, the political fragmentation of the United Kingdom. So there you are. Kareem, we'll be calling Scottie tonight from the bath. He's not in the bath, numpty-head. You think everybody's got the same lifestyle as yourself. You're something, you have a lifestyle the same as Cleopatra. So there you are. You've probably got the ass's milk in there. We, all of us, just managed to steal a box of shortbread off the kitchen table, open it and eat 4 pieces. Should I give him some ginger wine now? No! So there we go. I remember friends from the rugby club telling me a lovely story. In the old days, you went to different people's houses to see where are we seeing in the bells this year, where you could come to mine and then we could go on to Big Jimmy's. Oh, aye, that'd be great. So it was all that sort of stuff. So you went to somebody's house, and I can remember somebody had gone to this big Victorian house with an aspidistra plant in one of these big planters, a big brass pot and a table. And the wife was very adamant that the young men from the rugby club had probably had enough to drink and shouldn't have any more. So they were to try the ginger wine, which is a sort of syrupy cordial, but it had a kick to it. It bit the back of your throat when you swallowed it down. Or you could have green ginger wine. And what was happening? The homemade ginger wine was handed round. The wife went away to get some bits and pieces, some nibbles. And the husband says, right, boys, if you're not wanting that, just tip it out there. So they were tipping it into the plant, the poor aspidistra. They were tipping it in there, and he was giving them all a dram. You know, because in Scotland in those days, I don't quite understand it, but there was an element of secrecy about a whiskey. So you didn't say to somebody, can I get your dram when you into the house? You went like this. And you did all that kind of stuff. There was a kind of secret language. And then you handed it to them secretly. You went like this. Give them a dram. You had your fingers, if it was 2 or 3 drams, and you get that, didn't you? You know, and then when you ordered drinks, if you were at a bar, at a function, people said, knock that back and we'll get nips. We'll have nips at the bar. Aha. Very, very strange, a secrecy about it. So there we go. Kareem, I usually wait until the new year and I have my annual bath. Gordon, I have heard this, that you have a bath whether you need it or not. There we go. Scottie, does your good lady make a real steak pie? Oh, yes. I miss the steak pie from Scotland. Yes, County McCLUE, what they do is put a cup in to hold the pastry up to stop it collapsing. And in there is steak and kidney. I think there's steak and kidney in a real steak pie. Am I correct, folks? And of course, it's the puff pastry, isn't it? Mm. Oh, lovely. Golden brown on the top. Cheers, by gum lad, aye, Glenn Peacock. You'd better be telling us what they have in Yorkshire for New Year. Now, come on. I know Christmas is actually the big thing in Yorkshire. New Year's not such a big thing, but it is an excuse for a refreshment. I know that, but I don't know about the nibbles. Let's hope 2021 is a great year for all the McClue Brigade. And you as well, Scottie, getting back on the radio. 2020 was only good for one thing, McClue's streams. Robert, thank you very much. We did our best. I had to abandon them when I went back to the day job, of course. But really, to be absolutely honest with you, it was wonderful. It was a privilege. You know, Scottie, we went camping in August to Lead Hills. Oh, yes, you've said we've done that. Yes, we've done that. What are you putting the Skype? When are you putting the Skype on, McClue? When you come on, accordion, says Alistair King. All right, Alistair, I was hoping you'd do the Arbroath sketch, says Gordon Robertson. No, Arbroath. Look, is Jeannie coming out? No, she's at Arbroath. The whole sketch. No, you get a laugh. She's gone out for the messages. Scottie, you're like the soup kitchen. You're very popular. Scottie, if you could replace any past or present comedian, who would it be and why? Glenn Peacock, that is a really leading question. I was brought up watching a comedian called Lex McLean. Yes, Alex McLean. And you used to go up and see him at the Pavilion Theatre, and you paid your 10 shillings or whatever, and you got a laugh. And the wonderful Walter Carr, who was no slouch at the comedy himself, a great comedy actor, Wally. And Walter was his feed. You know, so you got a real laugh there, real Glasgow stuff. Billy Connolly is with us, thank goodness. So if you're talking about who would I bring back, I loved Ricky Fulton and Jack Milroy. I loved Alec Finlay and his Royal Clansmen. You know, there was another fantastic comedy ton. Who else had we got that was... there was a lot of, a terrific number of Scottish comedians, actually. But then you've got Les Dawson. He was outstanding for me, very, very clever. You know, loved watching Les Dawson. Sadly, he died just as I went to Lancashire, and his funeral was in the Little White Church at Lytham St. Anne's. And he just... He was in a relationship with a lovely, lovely lady, a lady from Blackpool, and they just had a baby daughter. And, you know, fantastic stuff. So that was Les. You know, and of course, the baby daughter's grown up now, because that must be 29 years ago. This summer, 28, 29 years ago. And that was Les, and he must have been only... well, barely 60, I would have thought. Who else had we got? Duncan McCrae was a great comic actor from that point of view. Others, I'm just thinking comedian-wise. There's so many. There's a wonderful, wonderful guy from Dundee, George Duffus. He was a great comedy guy as well, great fun. I remember when we brought out the Scottie McClue video, and we were at a big media dinner, a huge dinner, and George Duffus was the MC. And I thought it'd be funny to hold up two videos. So he was going along the top table, and he said, "You've got Sir So-and-so there, and Lord So-and-so there. Next to him, Scottie McClue, of course." And I produced these two videos. He goes, "Who's just brought out a video, 4 for £1." You know, just very, very quick, great stuff. And of course, you've got, oh my goodness, there's so many of them. You know, it's so difficult. A very happy Brexit, Scottie. Happy New Year. Thank you, Mick Purcell. Yes, Scottie, Wanlock Head is way up there. You can actually hear your ears pop, especially when you floor it in the Skyline 34. We thought we were in Concord. Wonderful, Kerry. So there we are. Mick Purcell, we're getting that. You've sent all these messages through. You've sent dozens and dozens of them through. You know, I'd be all night removing that. A big pan of soup made with a smoked ham end. Oh, absolutely, yes. Or the smoked beef and the ham shank. Wonderful stuff. So there you are. Very happy Brexit, Scottie. Right, Mick, we've got that. I think you could make a great Les Dawson or Glenn Peacock. Very kind. Right, Mick Purcell, what are you doing? You're spamming us. So we'll have to put you in time out for a bit. There you are. My God, I don't know what's going on here. Oh dear. So there we are. Right, we've put him in time out. Surely you're allowing yourself a wee whiskey, Scottie. No, Robert, I don't miss it, funnily enough. I don't actually miss the whiskey. I'm just keeping an eye on time. I can't believe how fast the time's going, guys. So there we are. I'm just going to share this. We're creating a wee post here. And if you could all can we have a massive share, please? Scottie McClue, just for you. HOGMANAY. Yes, and we are live on the big one to see in the bells, because there's no much on the telly. And I thought, you know, apart from the odd show, I thought might as well pop up and speak to the people. There we are, and we'll create our own HOGMANAY. That's what it, never a dull moment in McClue land, as you know. Right, what I'm doing here, guys. Right, that'll do. I can't, oh, wait a minute. Right, that'll do you. Okay, I'm just going to post this, and away we go. Fantastic. And that will let everybody know what's happening, that we're live and we're on. Kareem, remember the time of year when the future appears like a blank sheet of paper, a clean calendar, a new chance, like 2021 be a great year for us all. Do you remember you used to bring in coal for New Year, and your first footer had to be a tall, dark stranger? Now, I'm just around the 6 foot mark, just under. And I used to be delegated. I was dark-haired, but I wasn't a stranger. That's the only problem. Stranger things have happened. Alistair King will no forgive me if I don't give you a tune in the box. So there we are. What would you like? There you are, Alistair. Did you like that? A wee tune on the squeeze box for you. Fantastic stuff. We like it. Now then, what have we got here? Oh, wonderful. Remember the time of year? Yes, indeed. So Mick's gone actually with his stuff. I went to the gym last year. They'd gotten a new machine in. It was fantastic. It had Snickers, Mars, Skittles, etc. There we are. After 30 minutes, I felt sick and sat down. The rowing machine and sank. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. That lovely sweet that it's now called Snickers. It used to be called Marathon. So the joke doesn't work now. But I remember somebody saying, Scottie, could you do a half marathon? And I said, I could eat the whole bar. Yes, absolutely. Who's giving me money here? Right. Somebody has tapped the dollar bill. Somebody's tapped the dollar bill. What is going on here? Kareem Zachariah has just sent £1. Kareem, you're a very generous man. You're always sending money. Gordon Robertson gave me half his pension earlier. Kerry, Scottie, have you ever done a supercar experience day at Knockhill? Thinking of getting a present for my friend. And what's the fastest you've ever done in a car? Private road, of course. On a private road, I think probably an old airfield or something like that. You know, when I was taken out and test driving in a car, then very fast. I'd better not say. So there we are, but very fast. And I can remember hearing a lovely story when Sir Tommy Sopwith of the Sopwith Camel and Hawker Hurricane, the Hawker Harrier, the Jump Jet, stuff like that. And Thomas Sopwith, who saved this country in 2 world wars. There are a lot of people who saved this country, but they don't get the credit for it. And one was Tom Sopwith, Thomas Octave Murdoch Sopwith, of the Sopwith Camel and the Sopwith Pup in the First World War. Sopwith Aviation, one of the first pilots. And he bought Armstrong Siddeley Motors. And so, of course, you had Hawker Siddeley, you see. And he bought Armstrong Siddeley Motors. And one of the cars, a beautiful car, I've seen them, was an Armstrong Siddeley Star Sapphire, which they manufactured up until the early 60s. And this was a gorgeous creature. And Tommy had a chauffeur at the time because he was always going to big business meetings. So somebody was driving him. But he said to the chauffeur, can I drive this car till I see what I think of it? Engineering-wise, you see, wonderful engineer as well. And he got in the Star Sapphire, and the M1 had no speed limit. And they said that neither the chauffeur or the car were ever the same again after that journey. Armstrong Siddeley Star Sapphire. I think she was a 6-cylinder with the Sphinx's head on the grill, and she gave a wee whine from the starter motor and she started, yee, boom. You know, lovely, lovely thing. So there we are. I think steak and kidney is an English thing. In Scotland, it's just a steak pie. Well, steak and kidney, Gordon, as you know, was rhyming slang for one of our finest performers. Yes, Sydney Devine, old steak and kidney. I like link sausages in the steak pie. Betty McIver, yes. It's an unusual when you get the old chipolato in the steak pie, but with the kidneys. Am I right in thinking it's a true steak pie has got steak and kidney, and, as you say, a bit of sausage in there? Gordon Robertson, do you pop a bit of sausage in? Do let us know. Send me a McClue's pie, please, Scottie. Are there any nibbles on the way? Well, we should have got Johnson to prepare for the audience and give us all nibbles. Here, how are we doing for time? I have to keep an eye on the time. Don't want to crash the bells. Les Dawson was brilliant on the piano. He was, Betty. You have to be a wonderful pianist to get it as wrong as that. Mind you, I've managed without, I have to say. You can see Lex McLean shows on YouTube, plus his last appearance at the Rangers Club. That's right, he was a big Rangers man, Lex McLean. See, I don't know that you would even get away with that kind of humour, but it was great Glasgow humour, you know. New Year's never been so joyful since the days of Scotch and rye. It became everyone's favourite. Absolutely not, Heed. But did you join in the Scottie McClue HOGMANAY bash on Scott FM? You know, that was a night to remember, I say. Sean Gowdy says, Scottie, I'm drunk. Well, Sean, you're allowed to be. Do you know what I mean? I mean, all this lockdown stuff, if you want a light refreshment. Me too, says Professor Numpty. Have you refreshed, Professor? So there we go. Put the Skype on, Scottie. Burp. Professor Numpty. Less than 20 minutes to go to the bells and we can say goodbye to the worst year ever. Alistair King, it's been a tough gig, but any time in your life is valuable. And I hope we learn lessons from that, you know. I really do. Speaking of Lead Hills, have you camped out, Scottie, in mid to late September? I've never experienced midges like it. My mum is still scarred now from it. We must have swept out 80,000 midges from the tent, more like 8 million from the tent. I'll tell you a story. My mother was brought up in a place called Ardrishig in Argyll. And near to Ardrishig, my grandmother came from a little village called Cairnban. It's on the Crinan Canal, just about 2 or 3 miles from Ardrishig. And during the Second World War, they'd rounded up what they called aliens, and they had Italian prisoners of war in a camp at Cairnban. Anyway, a couple of young Italians, bless them, thought they would escape. So a Saturday night, when probably people's guard was down, they wandered out of the camp and escaped. I think they were out for about half an hour when they turned themselves back in because they couldn't cope with the midges. The Argyll midge has a certain bite, you know, and if you're ever a summer's evening at Argyll, close to the canal or to the sea, the trees at the canal bank at Cairnban, oh, you'll get eaten alive. So the best thing you can do is go into a lovely, lovely hotel there and sit yourself down and partake of good fare. Scottie, can we buy these badges like the one in your bonnet? Well, I'll need to we're running out of them, Kerry. I'll need to get them. Although I can remember at an auction, 2 of them went for £600 each, a charity auction. And I have an emergency one handy. Frank Spencer bit. Right, so there you are, you see. I keep one just for emergencies round the back there. And that's always quite handy as well. So we look after that. I miss the good old days on the radio. They're coming back, Sean Gowdy, Scottie McClue, back on the radio just for you, Dinky-Doo. Probably within maybe a couple of months, something like that. It's only COVID that's holding it up. There you are. And once we start to move things, we'll get the phones going again and get back on the phone in. I think it's very, very important that. So give it a thought. If you've just joined us, folks, please can you all subscribe, right? Very important. I know you think, I don't bother. Please do it, because it's a great help to me. And share the YouTube channel. Tell Mrs. McClue and Johnson I wish them all the best. Glenn, I shall. You're such a kind man. Kareem Zachariah, sending through £1 again. Well done, Scotty. Thank you. Did you like that, Alistair? A wee tune for you. And good evening, Legend. The Impressionist. Good evening to you, Legend. Somebody was saying it's interesting how the word legend has changed in our vocabulary. It's gone from, 1,000 years ago, a man pulling a sword out of a rock, to somebody bringing home a couple of pizzas. It's true. Scotty, you're taking calls next year. Yes, Numpty Heat. I'll switch it on now and it'll be ready for the new year. And then we'll maybe get a wee blether with you. Would that be good? There we are. It's firing up as we speak. I'm no pension age, says Gordon Robertson. I knew that would trigger you, Gordon. No, you're a young man. For goodness sake. You'll not be that far out your teens. So there we go. Oh, with the glum face as well. I was going to buy, but then again, can I just say thank you again now that you've brought it up, Gordon? Very, very kind of you. Very generous. Scotty, you're too popular. I can't get a word in. Oh, numpty head. I was going to buy some wax strips online, but I saw they were a total rip-off. Oh, I'll tell you what else is a rip-off. Velcro. Now, who we got? Skype on, your trusted callers are trying to get through. Yes, we're just doing it now. We'll maybe wait till after the bells. Good evening, Scotty. Hope you are well. I am indeed. I'm just going to share this, guys. This is important because we need to get sharing and sharing. You can all do the same. Let's get the numbers up. 4 candles, Scotty. 4 candles. Yeah, right. Candles for lighting. So there we go. Right, folks, a glass of beer, a Bucks Fizz, a wee dram. We're almost there. Get it ready. Robert Scrimger, good for reminding us. We've actually only got 5 minutes. Oh, for heaven's sake. This is crazy, crazy stuff, guys. Right, I better share this right now. Oh, my goodness me. I'll share it on the Scottie McClue page. Oh, we're in a panic. We're in a panic. There we go. Dinner panic. When a panic's in your breasty. Scotty, I don't like the meat of a pie, but I like to nibble round the edge. Is that what's been going on, Kerry? Is that what makes the wee... Have you been making pies and nibbling them, and that makes the wee indents? Scotty, by the time you read this, it'll be the new year. Have a great one, and everyone on here as well. May 2021 be the year we become free and rejoin the EU. Absolutely. Yes, there's a big desire for that. I can tell you. Right, what I'll do, guys, I'll just pop this out again, and there it goes, so people can come and join us. Very, very important. One more share. Oh, my goodness, we must be almost there. What's happening? Right, come on. Oh, here. We're near to the bells, guys. We'll have to watch that. Can you keep me up to date? Let me know when we're near to the bells, I say. So there we are. It looks as if it's pretty close. Bob, not boat. Scottie, it's nearly time for the bells. Do you have medics on hand if something goes wrong? Not long now, Scottie. Happy New Year, Scottie. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone.
Well,
there we are. Fantastic stuff. A very, very happy new year to every single one of you. Oh, should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot for old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dears, for old lang syne, we'll tak a ricked willy wach for old lang syne. Happy New Year! The bells, ding-a-ling, I say. How fantastic is that? Who's giving me money? My goodness me. Somebody's just sent in $5. What is going on here? Happy New Year, everybody. Alistair King, Happy New Year. Can we get a good New Year on the piano, I wonder? I don't know. Let's just see what's happening here. Good New Year to Nando, and money may ye see. And during all the years to come, oh, happy may ye be. There we go, guys. Happy New Year. Fantastic. Amazing. So there we go. A very happy New Year to the people. Gonna call you. Just heard the bells in McClue's show. It was the bells. Absolutely. Happy New Year to Mrs. McClue. Thank you, Alistair. We'll be passing all that on. Right, what's going on here with the Skype? Wait till I see if we can get that sorted. We can get you on, you see. And get a wee word. I haven't had... I'll have a wee sip of tea if that's okay with you guys. Thank you so much to every single one of you who's tapped that dollar and sent all that money in. You're very, very kind. It's a very, very kind thing to do. Fantastic. There we go. The live chat. And we can see what is what. Now then, Happy New Year, Mr. Africa, says Michelle. You're having a steak pie today? Yes, Andrew, the steak pie is ready, and I'll be having a wee bit of that. Fantastic. And I'm so glad we got the bells. It just appeared, you know, but that was great. So let's see what's happening here. Right, so that's that. It will probably want, it always asks you to sign in. No matter how often you sign it, goes, oh, sign in, yes. There we are. I think it's just on the particular device. Now, there we go. And I'll sort this out for you guys. If you've just joined us, you're watching Scottie McClue. And a very happy new year to every single one of you. Fantastic. There we go. All right. And there we are. Mm-hmm. Now, although I'm saying it, this is for the real people of Scotland and for the people of the world. And I suspect you'll have as much fun watching the Scottie McClue show as you will with anything on the telly or radio at the moment. Trust me. So it's a shame we can't play you a few songs, a few records and things like that. Some good old New Year stuff. But we'll maybe have a wee poem. Or a poem, as they say in the East Coast, a poem. Now, what have I got here? Right. Oh, yes, this will work, you know. I hope. Always remember saying to a guy that had a very upmarket motor hirers, and I said, do you ever worry that the wedding car might break down? And he said, your heart's in your mouth all the time. Your heart's in your mouth all the time. How fantastic is that? Right, share this, guys, right now so that everybody can come on and wish us a happy new year. Tremendous stuff. That's what we're wanting. A happy new year. And let's hope that we all get this vaccination and get rid of all this COVID thing, because that's been a dreadful, dreadful carry on. Right. You are fantastic. And okay, I'll take a call from Numpty Head or Kareem. That's what we should be doing. A call from Numpty Head or Kareem. Are you in the house? There we are. Fantastic. Good. Right, let's see what you lot have been up to here. Scottie, I can't get through to your Skype. Yes, you can, Kareem. It's just fired up. 2021's going to be a massive year for Scottie back in the radio. It is indeed. Andrew Downey, you top man. I send your best wishes. There we go. Hello, who's that?
Happy New Year, Scottie.
Glenn Peacock from Sheffield. Happy New Year, love. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm not so bad like yourself.
Oh, fantastic. Are you enjoying the pop-up?
I am, yeah, definitely.
A bit of nonsense.
Yeah, too right. Especially the year we've had, Scottie, yeah.
Oh, dreadful, dreadful year. But we're
Things
not
can only
down.
get better, can't they?
Yeah, we've got to sort it this year. You know what I'm saying?
We've got to stay positive, haven't we?
We have to stay positive, Glenn. There's no point in sitting down and bleating.
Yeah.
Sitting
Doom
down.
and gloom and
No, sitting down blubbing. You know?
face to knees going, oh,
Yeah,
I don't know how I can carry on.
That's it. Can't carry on and the rest of it. Plus, Scottie McClue's on, as if things weren't tough enough.
Are you going to be doing more pop-ups then before you go live on phone?
We'll do some more pop-ups. You know, I mean, it could be anything. It's COVID that's holding it up. You know,
is that the problem?
Yeah, COVID's the problem because, you know, they can't get anything done because of COVID. But once we cut through all that, so maybe it might be a couple of months, something like that. But I'll keep everybody informed. But it's big. That's the thing. It's massive. You know what I mean?
Fingers crossed, Scottie, yeah.
So it's it'll put
is it gonna,
radio
is
back
it
on.
Be as big as 90s?
Is it what, La?
Is it going to be as big as 90s?
Oh, aye, it'll be that. Oh, no, this is the biggest thing I've ever done. And I've done some pretty big stuff. You know, a lot of television. Right up top here. No, this is not for the faint-hearted. This is
really good.
This is flying with your pants on fire, Glenn. You know what I mean?
They're not going to know what's it, are they?
You know, I'm not going to put up with any nonsense. Do you know?
You never did.
No, well, we never did we? I mean, I think highlights of my career were Red Rose Radio in Lancashire, Scott FM in Scotland, Hallam FM, Magic. You know, Magic was big, and Century Radio, where we saw Millennium in. So that's
definitely
20 years ago tonight, isn't it?
Scottie, if they're new to it, if they're new to it, it's going to be baby steps for them. They don't want to go in guns blazing, do they?
No.
You don't want to just chuck them in a deep end.
No,
we'll have to swim in shallow end.
You've got to let them swim a bit. You've got to let them go in at the 3-foot end and get their hair wet. Absolutely, Glenn, you know.
You've got to give them armbands, haven't you?
You've got to give them armbands and all that. Drown. Absolutely, you know. Because I remember, you know, I'd gone to the doctor. Do you know what I mean? I said, I've got, you know, a swollen arm. And he says, well, you should take your armbands off when you've been swimming.
Oh, it's brilliant.
It's wonderful. So there we are. So that's
things anyway.
Pretty good stuff, Glenn. You know, I mean, it's tough. It's a tough gig. Let's not kid ourselves, you know.
it's a surreal experience, and it's a different.
Yeah, but
it's something we've got to adapt to, isn't it?
We have to, and all this masks, you know. I mean, I went to shops yesterday for essential shopping, you know, like toilet roll, and you know, and you know, just a couple of rolls because I don't want to do anybody, you know, and because people they go, can I have half a dozen rolls? And they don't.
Oh my God!
You know, it's all that, isn't it? And anyway,
I mean.
There was a little one in front of me. You know, little ones, when the man picks them up, they look backwards at you. Yeah. And I normally smile and their little faces light up and they laugh. But I'm smiling away and he's scowling at me, you know, because I had mask on. So you can't see you smiling.
Exactly.
You look like that. You know, it must be quite frightening. Do you know what I mean? What was he saying?
What's he looking at?
You know,
so some kids will smile though, aren't they?
Yeah, all that one. Or have you ever got on bus and kid climbs up and looks back at you all the whole journey? You know, whole journey. Happens on the train as well.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, you start getting on.
What's it going to be like in months to come, I reckon?
Oh, what's to do? What's world coming to, Glenn?
By gum, lad.
By gum, lad, I'll tell you.
I mean...
It wouldn't have happened in our day.
back in that, like Uncle Albert says in Fools and Horses, during the war.
During what? When I went near it.
During war.
During what? It's all that. Now, listen, I'm gonna dash off because, you know, Johnson will be preparing drinks for you.
How long you're on till, Scotty?
We'll just see if people get fed up, so maybe another minute or two.
Light refreshments and all that.
A light refreshment, love. But I'll push off.
Nice talking to you, big man. Anyway.
Listen, it's always lovely talking to you, and tell your mum and asking for her, and you take care. And love to Sheffield.
I look forward to your phonings. And
it'll be beautiful tonight. With moon out and everything.
I'll put word out anyway to them unknowns anyway, Scotty.
Get word out there. Tell them, lad.
I will do, definitely, yeah.
And Dinky-Doo to thee.
Take it easy, Dinky-Doo, Scotty. See you later, lad.
See thee, la. See thee.
See you later, Scotty.
See thee, la. See thee later. That's how, Glenn. How fantastic is that? Sheffield. Right, Scotty, stay on for a while. The phone lines are jammed. The lines are very, very busy. Scotty, you are definitely the smile to you. You're brilliant. Michelle Bruce, I thank you. Bless you. We've saved up so much money through lockdown, we can build our own hospital. Welly song. Happy New Year. Who's this? Kareem.
Hello, Scotty. How are you doing?
We're doing fine. Happy New Year. Can everybody hear Kareem, guys? Lovely to have you with us. Are you enjoying the show?
I am. It's really, really enjoyed and relaxed, a chilled night. Thank you for doing this.
It's just a bit different, Kareem, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Well, I had a look at the telly. I thought I'd rather speak to my chums. So, you know, so I thought, get the phone charged up.
I went earlier on to my parents to get dinner, and all they complained about was everything on the TV is repeats.
They're quite right.
It's been rotten.
Yeah, they're quite right. I mean, it's very, very poor, you know. I mean, you see, HOGMANAY, particularly during lockdown, HOGMANAY and New Year, a massive chance, you know. Always remember appearing on an ITV HOGMANAY show. And the director came down and he says, I said, how's it going? He said, we're editing at the moment. He says, I'm trying to edit you out of some of the shots, but I'm not having much luck. Because we were dancing, you know, it was brilliant.
Oh, goodness. How's your dog, Scotty? Because mine's are absolutely terrified just now because of the fireworks.
The fireworks are going on. Well, I walked him early before any of it started, and he's just sleeping in his chair now. He's quite happy, you know what I mean? He's had a couple of biscuits, and he's just thoroughly enjoying himself.
Yeah, I've got two of them are glued to me at the moment. They're terrified.
Do you ever hear the rustling of paper, Kareem, and you think, what have they got? And you go out and they've maybe made off with a few digestives or something.
Yes, I think I might do that. I'll con them. It's been a great show. I've enjoyed it. I think it's been really good banter with everybody tonight.
And Kareem, thank you for your generosity. It's very much appreciated, you know.
Oh, not at all. Anytime.
And that naughty Gordon Roberts.
To go and see you in a pub, if I was to see you somewhere and pay for a ticket, that's the way I do it. So I don't mind.
Oh, well, bless you, Kareem. Well, there you are. Excellent. Lovely talking to you, and a very, very happy 2021. Strength to you, I say.
Yes.
And thank you for everything you do. And Dinky-Doo.
See you later, Scotty.
See
Bye,
you, buddy.
bye.
What's up, man? That's Kareem there on the old Skype for a happy new year. And a very, very happy new year to you guys. If you've just joined, make sure you subscribe, please. Subscribe. Scottie McClue. Now, big news, because we're going back on the radio in 2021, full phone-in, right? And it's massive. There you are. Commercially sensitive at the moment, so I can't sing like a canary. In fact, you'll hear me singing earlier. Please don't get shocked. But I thought I'd just have a go at Auld Lang Syne. So there we go. Happy New Year, Scotty. 2021 can only get better. A privilege to have you back in the airwaves. I'll need to Skype you one day or phone the show. Absolutely, Robert. Can discuss Scottish history. Yes, there's a lot needing discussed, I can tell you. So there we are. We can hear Kareem. Numpty Heed, excellent. Hey, says Antony. Antony, Dinky-Doo, hey, I say to you. Nice talking to you, big man. God bless you, top man. Glenn Peacock, a privilege talking to you. And as I say, love to you and to your mum and to Sheffield. What a great place, the old Seven Hills. Lovely, I can see it right now. It'll be gorgeous tonight with the moonlight, you know? Oh, beautiful. What's this? What's going on here? Numpty Heed. Numpty Heed, a happy new year to you.
It's a joy to be on your show.
Fantastic, Numpty Heed. How are we?
Well, can I first of all thank you for having me on your show?
It's a privilege to have you on my show, and a happy new year for 2021.
Well, that's a first, Scotty.
2021's definitely a first.
I'm a troublemaker. You ken that.
Ken, you're a troublemaker. Absolutely, we ken that.
You've got to watch him. You gotta watch him. Make sure he doesn't step the line, you know.
Absolutely. Don't cross the line. We don't want too much trouble.
Well, Scotty, we're now in year 2021.
2021, you're correct. Nothing gets past you, does it?
Well, I'm on my best behaviour.
Oh, well, if this is your best, then thank goodness.
Scotty.
Have you got, is Mrs. Numpty Heed there?
Hey, Scott. Listen to this. There's no often I'm on my best behaviour.
No, it's certainly not. And I'll tell you, I hope you'll be calling me.
As you're looking like I'm on best behaviour.
Best behaviour, fantastic. Numpty Heed, have a wonderful new year.
No, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Talk sense.
You're talking sense? There is a first time for everything, Numpty Heed.
Aye, but listen.
Go on.
Do you know what I've come across, Scotty, right? And I find rather interesting.
I give in.
It's the YouTube channel that you're broadcasting on.
Yes.
You get a lot of numbers broadcasting on the channel as well.
Yes, you do. Absolutely.
But I'm not there yet.
No, you are not a numpty.
Now, Scotty, you know these ones that cheek up to the police?
Cheek up to the police? Should they get birch, Numpty Heed?
I think I think they're doing a good thing. I think they're offering a service to society. Look, this is how you can get one over the polar.
No, that's not a service to society. No, I thought you meant the Polish were doing a good service to society.
Don't get me started.
Because people don't like if the Polish cheek up. Do you know what I mean? Then people don't like it when the boot's on the other foot, numpty head.
Aye, but Scotty, what if they're infringing their rights? You have the right to remain silent.
Yes.
And you say, don't give me your name or else.
Well, now we're out of the EU, you might find that people lose their rights as time goes on, you know what I mean? And we go back to the Victorian times.
Scotty,
yes.
Talking about the EU.
Yes.
Talking about the EU,
yes.
Right? Do you know from 11 o'clock we left the EU?
I know, it's very, very sad. Now, do you think we should have a day of mourning?
No, I don't.
Well, we shall see. Numpty Heat, I am going to dash. Can I wish you the happiest of Happy New Years?
Well, if
and
you
thank you for your,
you must be busy.
And thank you for your kindness and Dinky-Doo.
I hope Mrs. McClue and Johnson are keeping well.
You're fine. You look after us.
I'm a fine man.
You're a fine man. You're some boy, as we say. There we are. That's Numpty Heat. Now, to your telephones, give us a wee call. Who have we got here? Let's just go back. The wonderful Gordon Roddick. Happy New Year, Scotty. Gordon, a very happy New Year to you and many more of them. It's been a great privilege knowing you for 36 years. A tremendous privilege working with you, and I learned so much from you. You will always be the voice of Scotland. Nobody can ever take that away, and I thank you, and we all thank you. Gordon Roddick, guys, one of our most famous television announcers and radio newscasters, and Gordon was at the start of Scottish television or very close to it. Am I right, Gordon? Or am I right? So there we are, a wonderful man. Happy New Year, Gordon. So who have we got here? I've shared you 10 to 10 to 10 to 10. Michelle Bruce, I can't thank you enough for that. Re-Midnight, it's Lee, by the way. Jeffrey Dinky-Doo. A very happy New Year, Scotty. A blizzard started just before midnight in Barnsley. And what a way to start 2021. I love snow and I love Barnsley, but it'll be like Norway tonight, actually, you know, because I said to somebody one time, is Barnsley like anywhere else? And they went, no way. So I think they meant Norway. No way. PMSL, too funny. Michelle Bruce, bless you, I say. We're very, very funny people. There we are. Virgil Juice. Happy New Year to you, Virgil, and to you. You cheer everyone up, Scotty. Glenn, bless you. You're very kind. I can't move for laughing, says Michelle. I know the feeling you get. It sort of gets into your bones. You're like, oh, stop. ATB, you phone in. Betty McIver, ATB for 2021 to you. It's funny, we've cracked a code there. Wonderful stuff. Your Hogmanay bash has been some stoter. Professor Numpty Hood, you are a giant. Numpty Hood, not Numpty Hood. I was rising you to the aristocracy there. I was wondering if you had the New Year's honours and you had been given a Numpty Hood. Numpty Heed, you raise our standard. Scotty, we are very unique. Lee Fern, are we not just? And Barnsley is very unique, like. Lovely history. I like just walking about Barnsley, you know, it's great stuff, you know. Although the poor souls, I think they were conned into voting a way that they wouldn't normally vote. Scotty, we're very unique in Barnsley. Drop bottoms and all. Aye. You watch these drop bottoms. Some of them lassies, the backside would wipe out footprints. You can't see where they've been. Scotty. Barnsley. I love Barnsley. I'll end up in Chronicle. Bless the Barnsley folk, Scottie. Absolutely, Glenn Peacock. Sheffield and Barnsley. And, you know, I know that it's friendly rivalry. Why, I wonder, do people do that? They go, they're a funny lot up there, mind, you know. And it doesn't matter. Barnsley say it about Sheffield. Sheffield, I know where you are, It's only down road, you know. Oh, Sheffield, I know where you are. Barnsley, oh, you don't want to go up there. You don't want to go up there. They're all right. A funny lot, mind. It's wonderful. I can remember going to, where would it be? It would be Barnsley, wouldn't it, that I met Tony Benn at, what's the park that overlooks Wentworth Castle? And that was Barnsley. Am I right or am I right? Now, come on, Lee. Spill. Scottie, I love you. Barnsley Chronicle loves you. We want you back. Listen, I'd be back in a heartbeat. You know, I wish there was more than one of me. Well, nobody else does, but I do. You know what I mean? I could live in Yorkshire and Scotland and London and Lock Park. That's it, Lee fan. It was Lock Park, and it was May Day. It was the May Day. All brass bands were out. And, one of my favourite movies, everyone's always asking, what's your favourite movie, Scottie? Brassed Off. You can't beat it. I saw it as soon as it came out. Ooh, tears running down me cheeks, you know. Grime Thart Band and all the rest of it, lovely, you know. But Lock Park, that's it. And it was a beautiful May Day. The sun was shining. It was roasting hot. And Tony Benn was the guest of honour. And you can check it out, and you could go up to Wallet back and look right over at Valley to Wentworth Castle. Is that it? And statues of all the famous people round about. Wonderful. Brassed Off with Tara Palmer Tomkinson. Yeah. No. Stephen Tomkinson and Tara was in it, and Ewan McGregor. Full Monty when Saturday comes. Absolutely. Full Monty. Wax away, says Kareem. There we go. Lock Park. Full Monty. I remember that came out. I bought that in Sheffield when it came out on video. Still got it. Still got receipt, I think, as well. Fantastic. Wonderful. Great movie. Full Monty. And there was such a queue. All the Sheffielders were for buying it, you know. Pete Postlethwaite, that's it, Glenn. Tara Fitzgerald, that's it. Yes, absolutely. Wonderful stuff. And Stephen Tomkinson. Have I got all that right? And there are plenty of other cracking actors in it. A wonderful movie. Still, folks, if you get the chance to see Brassed Off, it's timeless. I mean, it were absolutely hot stuff when they were shutting mines. But it's timeless. Fantastic. I'll be back to Barnsley like a shot. There we are. I'm getting to know everybody as well. You know, people say, do you know who this is? They're going, I do, Scottie McCLUE, Radio Alum. Hallam FM was the station there. Radio Alum, that's it. I know I'm only too well. Yeah. That's me. Welcome. If you've just joined us, Dinky-Doo. Thank you to everybody who's tapped the dollar on the live chat and sent me pounds. Oh, you're very kind. Much appreciated. Now, let's have a massive general share. And then we'll maybe have something else. I'll just do one share to the Facebook. Let everybody know what's happening there. We're all talking, why are we talking Yorkshire tonight? There seems to be an overwhelming love of Yorkshire on here tonight. And a lot of Yorkshire people. Aye, that's it. So there we go. Right, who else have we got here? I'm not being rude. I was just thinking about, Michelle Ooh, Mrs. I. That didn't come out right, just meaning men shaving. Right, Michelle. Got you there now. You obviously have a more interesting life than the rest of us. Because Yorkshire's amazing, says Lee Fan. It is amazing, Lee Fan. You can't beat it. It's wonderful. On Ilkley Moor Batat, I remember I bought one of these on Ilkley Moor. Who's this? Numpty Head, how are you?
Oh, Scotty, listen, I didn't realise it was for you. I wait for a taxi, I wait for my pals.
Oh, you meant to phone a taxi? No, your pals will not be around because of COVID. We don't want you breaking the law, Numpty Head. So there we go. Fantastic stuff. I've never been to Scotland. Where do you suggest I visit? Well, nowhere at the moment because you'll get lifted by police. We're running short of battery here, guys. We're going to have to do some adjusting. Oh, no. We might run out of charge, loves. Busy, busy times. We'll try that, but I can't guarantee it. I might have to move you all about. Sorry about that. That's my hand. Can you still? I'll have to. I've had to plug you all in. You see, right? That's it. There we are. You have it to do. So there we go. All looks a bit funny that, but we'll hopefully get enough power out of this to get us to the end of the show. What's the time? It's coming up. It's about past. I don't mean right now, but I'd love to visit the Cairngorms. Lee Fan. All of Scotland's beautiful. We've got our old industrial parts, but it's lovely. Scotty, if you cut out, I'll say goodbye. If not, let the party continue. Kareem, you're very, very kind. Been fantastic. We might just run out of juice, though. These things can happen, as you well know. And what would you like? Shall I give you... would you like something? Shall we have a nice little number on the pipe organ? Would you like that? I'll give you some on the pipe organ to see you in the new year. How about that? Pipe organ? Are we ready? Here we go. Here we go. Fantastic. Did you like that? I just thought we'll have something different, just to see you in the new year. Just joined us, folks. It's Scottie McClue, the one-stop broadcaster, the first lord of the internet. We're live on YouTube. I wish everybody had known about it, but how do you get it out there? It's only by you guys telling 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that we're able to do it. And a very, very happy 2021 to every single one of you. Now, what is going on here? Let me see if I can get on to, there we are. Well, hang on to that. And if I can get on to this, what I'll do, I'll leave that now. And we'll maybe even give you a wee rendition. Let's see what comes up here, guys. Wonderful stuff. Welcome, welcome, welcome if you've just joined us. What do we got here? Happy New Year from Bridlington, says the wonderful Alan Shepherd. Count Murkilego, Happy New Year, Scottie. Happy New Year, Count. Scottie, if you cut out, fantastic. Happy New Year, Scottie, says Susan Shaw. Someone else is Skyping. The McClue's taxis are terrible, just like his pies. Amid winter polish, tea, ginger, lemon, honey, slice of orange, and raspberry vodka from Poland. How fabulous is that? So there you go. Happy New Year, everyone. From the wonderful Susan Forrest down in Lancashire there. Dinky-Doo, Susan. And shame you can't play some tunes, but obviously copyright rules. I know, Glenn, or I could give you some Scottish dance music. Being alone in lockdown, you certainly made me laugh. I'm just waiting on the old film game coming up. I know it's not your cup of tea, but it's most of Glasgow's. Michelle Bruce, you're absolutely right. There was a Rangers supporter died, and he went to heaven, and he knocked on the gates of heaven. And St. Peter, you see, came to the gates, and he said, "Can I help you?" He said, "Yes, I'm a Glasgow Rangers supporter, and indeed, can I come in?" He says, No. You can't come in to heaven unless you've done something very brave in your life. He said, "I've done something very brave in my life." He said, "What did you do?" He says, "I went down to Celtic Park and I went right up to the Celtic end, which was packed. And I called for silence and I sang at the top of my voice, 'Rangers for the cup.'" And St. Peter looked at him, he said, "That was very, very brave. When did you do this?" He said, "Just 2 minutes ago." Just a wee merry jape, guys. I hope it will be taken in the right spirit. I absolutely love the ukulele. My daughter's brilliant on it. Ah, Michelle, the uke. Wonderful stuff. You're absolutely right. I hope everybody's getting a lot of pleasure tonight from watching this pop-up with me, Scottie McClue. So there we are. Now, what have I got here? I was going to do you a wee poem, which I traditionally do at New Year for no particular reason. I just quite like it. And it's a wee Scottish poem. It's called The Laird of Cockpen. Would you like to hear it? You would. All right. The Laird of Cockpen, he's proud and he's great, his mind's ta'en up with the things of the state. He wanted a wife his braw hoose to keep, but favour wi' woolen was fascist to seek. Down by the dyke side a lady did dwell. At his table he thocht she'd look well. McClue's dochter a Clavers Hawley, a penniless lass wi' a lang pedigree. His wig was weel powdered, as good as new. His waistcoat was white, his coat it was blue. He put on a ring, a sword and cocked hat, and wha could refuse a laird wi' all that? He took the grey mare and he rade cannily and rapped at the yett o' Clavers Hawley. Gae tell Mistress Jean to come speedily ben. She's wanted to speak with the Laird o' Cockpen. Mistress Jean, she was making the elderflower wine, and what brings the laird at sick-a-like time? She put off her apron and on her silk gown, her much wi' red ribbons, and gaed awa doon. And when she cam ben, he bowed full low, and what was his errand? He soon let her know. Amazed was the laird when the lady said, "Nah," and wi' a lay curtsy, she turned awa. Dumbfoundered was nae side did he gie. He mounted his mare and he rade cannily, and often he thocht as he gaed through the glen, "She's daft to refuse the Laird o' Cockpen." We like that. A wee Scottish poem for you. I hope you liked it. So there we are. Scottie, what have we got here? Being a lawyer, yes. Any more jokes, Scottie? Oh, Kareem, I've got lots of jokes actually. I've got a sad one because my grief counsellor died suddenly, but he was so good that I'm not bothered. Do you get it? Scottie, my New Year's resolution's to stop annoying Scottie. Happy New Year, Kareem. Or even a story, Scottie. Yes, well, I threw away my old vacuum cleaner the other day, and I just shouted, "See you, sucker." Scottie, what is your New Year's resolution? Mine's to lose 2 stone. I've put on in 2 months. I'm 16 stone. Lee, you're a big boy. That's not too bad, is it? Yes, we get down to 14 stone, and you can let me know what it feels like. You too, Susan, says Kareem. All the best, you all, says Glenn. I'm surprised I got through at all the barriers. Happy New Year, Kareem. Thanks, Kareem. All the best, Glenn. Scottie, the Doug might need out. What time are you finishing? So I could tell the Doug. Well, you could take him out now. I'm just thinking we'll be finishing in a few minutes' time. We'll see how it all goes. Yes, you too count, says Kareem. Well done, Kareem. Everybody's said kind of, Happy New Year to everybody else, which is wonderful. But perhaps what we might do, if you're very good, I've got a wee one that I do here, and I'll keep that for later, but we can let you have that. So, you can see me typing here. Oh, look at the hands going. Wonderful stuff. Because the phone, we had to move the phone a wee bit. I might raise it up. I'll see if I can raise the phone up for you a wee bit. Give you a fighting chance. So what am I putting in here? Let me just have a think. Oh, yes. It's been a lovely, lovely way to see you in the new year, guys. I've thoroughly enjoyed your company. I couldn't be with finer people, I'll say to you. Night-night, Scottie, says Robert. I'm after bed. Happy New Year and take care as you go. Robert Scrimger, you're an absolute gent. Have a wonderful, wonderful 2021. And we'll catch up. We'll maybe have more pop-ups during the lockdown yet. So there we are. So we could look at that and see what's what. What have I got here? Oh. Right, wait till we see. See what I've actually got here. I'm just having a wee look, and we'll see what's what. There we are. Now, this is one that the late Duncan John McCrae used to deliver at New Year on the telly. And it's called the Wee Coke Sparrow. So there we are. We don't know where it's come from, but I'll give you the Wee Coke Sparrow. A wee cock sparrow sat in a tree. A wee cock sparrow sat in a tree. A wee cock sparrow sat in a tree, chipping a wall as blithe as could be. Along came a boy with a bow and an arrow. Along came a boy with a bow and an arrow. Along came a boy with a bow and an arrow, and said, "I'll get you, you wee cock sparrow." The boy let fly with the arrow, and let's fly at the sparrow. The boy with the arrow let fly at the sparrow. The boy with the arrow let fly at the sparrow. And he hit a man that was hurling a barra. The man with the barra came out with the arrow. The man with the barra came out with the arrow. The man with the barra came out with the arrow and said, "You take me for a wee cock sparrow." The man hit the boy, though he wasn't his father. The man hit the boy, though he wasn't his father. The man hit the boy, though he wasn't his father, and the boy stood and glowered. He was hurt to the marrow. And all this, the wee cock sparrow. And all this time, the wee cock sparrow. And all this time, the wee cock sparrow was chipping a wall on the shanks of the barra. TV's not like it used to be, Scottie. No, Lee Fern. Happy New Year, everyone, says John. Scottie, I heard Johnson's not been social distancing. You should sack him. Numpty, social distancing. We're very much within the law here. So you've heard rang. We should sack you. Susan Shaw, good night. Sleep well, Scottie. Stay safe. You too, Susan. Thanks for joining us. And a very happy 2021 to you. TV's not like it used to be. Do I need the Scottish beef for a real steak pie? I'm not fond of the kidney. I know what you mean, Murcielago. It's a taste. I don't know if steak pie does contain kidney or if that's steak and kidney pie. You do a canny Geordie accent as well, he, says Murcielago. So do you, Murcielago, but then you're a Geordie, eh? Scottie, which butcher does the best steak pie? Oh, Professor Numpty, I couldn't possibly advertise. I could tell you, but I couldn't possibly advertise. Not without sponsorship, you know. Happy New Year, Scottie. J-Dog, fantastic. There's a wonderful butcher out at Coat Brig, does a good one. Scottie, tonight I had a selection of fish for the dinner. And my parents, I felt I was in Spain again. Yes, the fish, very, very good. Excellent stuff. How are we doing? We might run out of juice, guys. So I'm just letting you know. We might run out of juice. There we are. Fantastic. What a wonderful night it's been, though. And I thank you very much. If we do run out of juice, and a very happy 2021. J-Dog says, I haven't spoken to you since last year. J-Dog, did you Skype me the other night? Right? About 2 nights ago. Do let me know. So there we are. Happy New Year, J-Dog. Lovely to have you with us. So there we are. Scottie, fantastic renditions. You had me memorized. Brilliant entertainment. Do you like these, Glenn? Yes. There we are. Now, fantastic. So you haven't spoken to me, so you didn't Skype the other night. The Earl Grey must be cold now. No, it's quite refreshing, not to hear. Kareem says that wasn't him. No, Kareem informed me somebody was initiating me. Imitating you, I think. No, I didn't think it was you, J-Dog. I was a bit anxious about it. It's very flattering that they wanted to imitate you, you see. Good night and God bless. We're just going in a minute. Good night. God bless you all. The best for 2021. Take care, big man, Glenn. Bless you. Lovely talking to you earlier. Wish Johnson and Mrs. McClue all the best. Absolutely. Darling. Yes, Glenn. No, not Ben. Glenn. Do you remember Glenn? That's it, yes. Lives in the Midlands, but from Sheffield. That's the one. He's sending best wishes. Lovely. Sorry, I hope I didn't wake you. Right, there you go, Glenn. She sends her best wishes to you. Is that not fabulous? So that's it. That's Mrs. McClue. That's not Earl Grey you're sipping. The look in your face tells all. Like Eurovision, Scottie. Yes, Lee Fern. Do you think I should commentate on the Eurovision? Let people know what's happening there. How wonderful is that? Now, I'm just thinking, we're coming up to 15 hours, so will we all say good night just now? What do you think? Give me your advice. Shall we say good night now rather than run out of juice? It's been lovely. We've been here since 11 o'clock. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Share the broadcast. It'll take a while for this to process, I can tell you, because that's about an hour and 50 minutes. Scottie McClue and every single one of you. Scottie, you'd be amazing on Eurovision. Commentate for the BBC. Wonderful. Yes, it's a thought. There we are. I might reinvent myself. Keep on till 1 o'clock, says Kareem. Do you think so, Kareem? Shall we press on to 1? Stay on and take more Skype calls. The goodbye song, Scottie. I'd like to join in at home. Yes, there we are. It would be rather good, wouldn't it? Fantastic. So there you go, Scottie McClue. And would you like another rendition on the organ? Should I give you all a wee rendition on the organ? What shall we have? What would you like? Something nice. There you are, my dears. What about that for a wee number? Excellent stuff. Now then, that was my finger you were seeing coming up towards your screen. Lee Fern says, we love you. Well, I love you guys, Lee. Please don't go, Scotty. No, we won't go, but we might run out of juice. So there you are. Numpty says, Kareem, phone in for a chat. We might run out of juice. Stay on, Scotty. It beats the shopping channels at this time of the morning. United Kingdom, au point. There we are. Scrap the stream. Copyright rules forbid you to play that mince. What are you talking about, Numpty Heat? That was a lovely, lovely hymn for you. So there we go. No problem at all. That was smashing. Can you play Old Lands? We can play all sorts of things for you. Fantastic. But I quite like to give you just a wee rendition, that sort of idea. And a couple of poems, you know, just to see in the new year. Late night with Scottie McClue, says Glenn Peacock. He says he prefers it to Jules Holland. I meant nil point. Oh, absolutely. Yes, United Kingdom, nil point. There's going to be problems now, isn't there, you know? I remember when I had an argument with you in Hallam FM 20 years ago. I apologize. Why should you apologize? You know, the point of the program was very much that we did have arguments and get everyone's point of view. And if Scottie McClue disagrees with it, then I tell you, otherwise I would need to apologize to you. And that's a bridge too far, isn't it? See what I just did there with the film titles? Fantastic. Yes, we are. We do the full bit, the full entertainment gambit. There's nothing wrong with having an argument. Hallam FM was all arguments, and people just loved that. Incredible. That Scottish guy on Hallam. They want to get rid of him, I'll tell they. Only got one opinion, that's his own. Never miss it. Because you speak sense, Scotty, I was in the wrong. Well, I would have told you that at the time. So there you are, and you're in the right now. Having some more, very nice. It's very nice. Oh, great tea. Scotty for MSP in East Ren says, Kareem Zakaria, a member of the Scottish Parliament. Would you like to see me in the Scottish Parliament, Kareem? I miss them calls when you're in Searchy. You had some classic ones. Do you remember any? Count McClue. I remember stacks of them from Century. Brilliant night. I remember the first night. When I arrived the next day, the security said, can we suggest you park round the back? We've had 480 complaints today. If 2021 is full of Scottie, then what have we got here? If 2021 is full of Scottie, it'll be a fantastic year. Bless you, Glenn. I'll tell you, you are a top man. We've had quite a Yorkshire night for a Scottish Hogmanay. Come back to South Yorkshire, Scottie. We miss you. Oh, I'd be back down there like a shot. Fantastic. And the dog loved it. We used to go in all the woodland walks, Bluebell Woods and everything round there. He absolutely loved it. Fantastic. He had the time of his life, old Lord Reith. Old Lord Reith. Fantastic. Waiting at Rainbow Bridge now. And Clyde was 100 on Christmas Day. You'll see that on, we've put it up on the old YouTube. So you'll see Clyde's 100th birthday. We'll kidnap you, Scottie. Hi, Glenn Peacock, that's it. Yeah, the ransom. We want £1 million for Scottie McClue. By lunchtime, we're looking for a tenner. Look, we'll tell you where he is if you'll come and get him. Oh, that's lovely. The famous mug, of course. The famous mug, fantastic. So there we go. How wonderful. Yes, Happy New Year. Absolutely. Happy New Year to you. What's for dinner, Scottie? Anything nice for New Year's Day? Yes, it's mince, potatoes and sprouts for New Year. Yes, is that Earl Grace? Yes, of course, it's Earl Grey. Fantastic stuff. So, yes, a nice dinner. And I'm going to put on the soup, Kareem. So we've got the swede or suede or that. We've got the turnip and we've got the carrots and the onion. And I think there's a couple of parsnips. So, quite a windy mix, actually. And I've got the pearl barley all ready to go in the soup. So we'll get a nice pot of that going. That'll see us through the weekend. Andrew Downey, I'm still trying to work through the turkey. Because it's still, can you eat this bit of turkey? When does a turkey become dangerous? Who does the main cooking, Scottie? Oh, Glenn, I like to oversee the cooking. Do you know what I mean? Stuff. Lee says he worked at, and he says, a famous hamburger place in Meadowhall. Yes. And all my workmates heard me argue with you. I got a message after message. It certainly booked up the night shift. Thank you, Scottie. Not at all, Lee. No problem at all. I'll just take that out to protect the innocent. Haggis, neeps, and tatties. Absolutely. Now you're talking. Fantastic stuff. So, yes, we have, Mrs. McClue, obviously. She likes to be in charge, but I like to oversee that, And Johnson, of course, he has to get his orders. Johnson, yes, sir. Very good, sir. Is that all right, Johnson? Very good, sir. As you say, whatever you wish, sir. As long as you enjoyed yourself, sir. That's me. That's who's on here. And we've seen in the bells. If you've just joined us, a very, very happy 2021 from everybody on Scottie McClue's YouTube channel, the world's top talk show. And although I say it myself, this has certainly been the world's top talk show tonight, guys. We have never had a dull moment. And I don't think, even in all my years in radio, we've ever had so much fun on the Hogmanay Bash, Scottie McClue's Hogmanay Bash, which is internationally renowned. We can't do it this year because of COVID. So I've popped up on YouTube, and I hope that it's been good company for you all. There we are. I wish you all the very, very best for 2021. Now then, it was a great success coming on tonight, says Betty McIver. Betty, it's your good self and all the others that make it a success. And I think it was a very wise move when I look at how good it has been. Is there any food you'd still like to try, Scottie? I like to try all sorts of food, Kareem. You know, I'm a bit of a child of the universe. I'm an internationalist and a universalist. And, you know, I like to try all sorts of things. I was watching a program tonight with the wonderful guy from Monty Python, and he was out in the desert. Prompt me, for goodness sake. Wonderful guy from Monty Python that does all these television programs, and he's outstanding. And, you know, he was on doing his stuff. He was out with the camels in the desert. Quite amazing. So there, Michael Palin, that's it. Michael Palin, thank you very much. It just slipped my mind for a second there. Susan Forrest, love divine or loves excelling? Absolutely, Susan. Good for you. Spot on. Wonderful, very powerful, and very potent, I say, because we're going to need a lot of love about in 2021 to chase away the COVID. Scottie, I'm celebrating my 40th in 2021 in June. What help can you give me? A huge 40th is a huge milestone. It is. And I would say enjoy every single second of it, Lee. You know, because it passes so quickly. I would love to be 40 again and have another 20 odd years of chatting to the nation, talking to everybody, I say. Let's see, who was that there? Glenn Peacock says Sheffield lad. Absolutely. The turkey's been roasted, souped and curried. Now it's frozen. Fantastic. As I say, my mother was saying, I'm not sure I want a turkey. I said, well, darling, you don't have to have one. And we had roast beef, a lovely big rib roast. Oh, yummy, yum. Right. I'm off for, you know, a wee sandwich or something like that. What we'd call a chittery bite in Scotland. Used to have it when you came out from swimming. You had a chittery bite, and that's what we had. Can I thank you all once again for joining me tonight? I hope you've had a lovely evening. I certainly have. I've loved every second of being with you all. You are beautiful, beautiful people. As we go into 2021, I hope it all goes well for you. Please keep the faith, and please stay safe. Scottie, good night. Thank you for tonight, and a happy new year. And the same to you, Kareem. A big virtual hug to you. Take care, big man. Stay safe. It's been an amazing evening. Guys, I love you lots. Mwah. The goodbye song. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir. And a cheerio. And we'll play it out as well. Here we go. Are we ready? Right, the goodbye song. And a cheerio. Ta-ra, God bless. Happy New Year. 2021 will be a cracker. Dinky-Doo.